Namaskar friends, welcome to RS Utkarsh English. Let's talk about a very inspiring lady of India, Suchita Kriplani ji. Let's talk about her because June 25th is actually the birth anniversary of Suchita Kriplani ji. She is India's first woman chief minister and she served as the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh for about 3.5 years. That was from 1963 till 1967. After that, she served as a Lok Sabha MP until 1971. And because she was such an important freedom fighter, it is important for us to know about her. She was born in Ambala and she was educated at the University of Delhi, which also included the Indraprastha College for Women and St. Stephen's College. Also, she married J.B. Kriplani. The problem was that there was a 20-year age-old gap. And this was something that was not sitting well with the people. कि 20 साल का एक गैप है तो इसमें बहुत सारे लोगों ने अपोज किया था इनकी मैरिज को एंड दिस वाज आल्सो इंक्लूडिंग महात्मा गांधी जी. शी जॉइंड बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी टू टीच कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल हिस्ट्री बैक इन 1929 एंड शी वेयर J.B. Kriplani एक्चुअली विजिटेड टू रिक्रूट वॉलंटियर्स फॉर द फ्रीडम मूवमेंट. उसके बाद ही उनकी शादी हुई थी. देयर आफ्टर लाइक हर कंटेम्प्रेरीज अरुणा आसिफ अली एंड उषा मेहता, शी केम टू द फोर व्हेन क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट वाज लॉन्च्ड बैक इन 1942 एंड देयर आफ्टर शी वाज अरेस्टेड बाय द ब्रिटिश as well. After that, she later worked closely with Mahatma Gandhi even during the times of partition. She was a close call for Mahatma Gandhi. She also accompanied him to Naukhali in 1946 where there were problems regarding the partition of India and Pakistan. She was one of the few women who were elected by the Constituent Assembly because women representation in Constituent Assembly was very less and she was one of the few women who were represented in the Constituent Assembly, which was the actual first parliament, first informal parliament of India. Now she was elected after that as the first CM of the state from the Kanpur constituency. She became a part of the subcommittee that laid down the charter for the Constitution of India. On 14th August 1947, she sang Vande Mataram, the independence session of the Constituent Assembly, a few minutes before Nehru delivered his famous speech, The Tryst with Destiny. She was the founder of the All India Mahila Congress, which was established in 1940. So remember that because these kind of questions do come in your RAS examination. Thereafter, Congress with involvement with the Congress, let's talk about it. She joined the Congress party, also played a significant role there. She organized the Foreign Affairs wing of the All India Congress Committee initially. Thereafter, in 1940, she founded All India Mahila Congress. After that, the newly created Women's Wing was given to her. Thereafter, J.B. Kriplani eventually left Congress to work with socialist leader and then later parted ways with them. Suchita continued her social and political activities even as they moved in different political circles. Her husband went other way and she went other way. Still, everything was fine. Chandrabhanu Gupta resigned as the CM of Uttar Pradesh under the Kamraj plan in 1963, prompting discussions on who will be the successor. So, J.B. Kriplani, during a conversation with Gupta, humorously suggested that the CM post to his wife should be given, Suchita Kriplani, who was also the cabinet colleague of Gupta at that time. Gupta liked this idea and recommended that Suchita Kriplani should become the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, and thereafter she did it. Thereafter, a crucial meeting of the Congress Legislative Party in Lucknow involved MLAs voting for the new leader. Suchita Kriplani and Kamlapati Tripathi were the main contenders for that. Suchita Kriplani won the election decisively, receiving 99 votes more than her competitor Kamlapati Tripathi. First female CM, as I have already told you this. She waived school fees for all girls up to class 10th starting January 1965. That shows what kind of a woman she was and how committed to women's education she was. So this is something that we should take care of. Established Meerut University, which is also known as the Chaudhary Charan Singh University, and Kanpur University. She increased the reservation of government job posts for scheduled caste as well. Thereafter, she established a Sainik school in Gorakhal and started a new medical college in Meerut. As she actively addressed the issue of dacoity in Chambal Valley, which also led to the neutralization of many dacoits with the help of the police radio units. Also, if I talk about her views on caste and administration, as you can see that she already did so much for scheduled caste, you must be understanding how positively inclined she must be. Acknowledge the influence of caste in ministerial decisions, noting that ministers often trusted individuals from their own caste. Thereafter, she supported Hindi as a language but faced criticism for alleged English mindset. that her mindset was English, but she was supporting Hindi. Hindi is our official language, it is not a national language. Although, in order to ensure that a lingua franca arises between different groups in the country itself, a different medium, a common medium should be there, and the lingua franca should be Hindi only. Thereafter, she defended herself against the criticism. She emphasized that there is a need for creating Hindi atmosphere. So I hope you found this segment interesting, and I hope you will be connected thereafter in many other segments as well. Thank you so much everyone. Bye bye.